Now, I'm sure that the European Union probably has several billions of euros that they spend to activist organizations and NGOs in order to do pro-EU propaganda. Like, I'm not surprised by that, because, like, every single nation on planet Earth has it. Like, of course, the European Union would have it as well. But what I am surprised is the absolute dog shit quality of propaganda that I'm being bombarded with. Like, it's so fucking bad that I am now seeking Chinese propaganda just so that I can clear my head from the cringe. Like, seriously, Chinese propaganda is fine wine compared to whatever the fuck this shit is. Even 10-year-olds would look at this and they would be like, what the fuck am I seeing? And you're like, well, V, so you're shilling for China now? You're shilling for China? Well, my brother in Christ, look at this. Look at it. Look. Fucking look at this. Like, yes, I'm going to start shilling for Mao Zedong if I'm going to be bombarded with this, because I hope that, you know, the Mao Zedong can bring me the great leap forward that I'll starve to death, but at least I would have to look at this cringe. So, like, besides the fact that it's made with AI, right? Like, fine, you know, you use the tools that you have, like, that's acceptable. I'm not going to complain about it. You can make good propaganda with AI. This is not one of them. What do we see? Well, we see, like, little fishes, which I assume, like, these are the European Union nations, right? So, like, you have Great Britain here, you know, very famous country within the EU. And they're being hunted by these evil sharks. The only complaint that I have is that Germany is not attached with an umbilical cord towards the Russian shark. Because they used to have that gas pipeline that nobody talks about anymore. Like, everyone is like, oh, the European Union is protecting us from evil Vladimir Putin. And of course, we need a strong Germany. And Germany can only be strong if the AfD doesn't win. And in order to prevent the AfD from winning, we have to crack down on that evil man Elon Musk who supported them. And the Americans are bad now, right? Everyone is with the Russians working behind the scenes. But no one mentions about the gas pipeline that Germany had, you know, all the way from Moscow to Berlin. What was it called? It had the name, the one that blew up and people blame Joe Biden. The Nord Stream pipeline? Yeah, what happened with that? You know, are there any politicians on the German scene, any political parties that have faced repercussions for it? Of being accused of working with the Russians or any of the other things that the AfD is accused of? By the way, this is systemic in Europe. You're either with the establishment, you're either with environmentalism, you're either with the austerity measures, you love the economy, you love the European Union, or you're with the Russians. Like, there is no in between. There is no other possibility. And so I have to wonder, like, when you have genuine political parties in Germany that supported the pipeline and also supported the denuclearization of Germany, like, that's also another thing. You guys remember? Like, during the pandemic, when everyone was experiencing the energy crisis, Germany decided to shut down its nuclear reactors. Right, so, like, are those politicians being held to account? Like, can we meme on them a little bit? No? Why not? Why not? But anyway, right, so all of these little fishes are being terrified by these evil sharks. You know, especially the most famous shark, the Uncle Sam. Like, Uncle Sam has been a dick towards Europe since time immemorial. So it's high time that we treat America as a predator. But luckily, right, we got the EU shark. We got the EU shark coming up to save all of these little fishes, including one of the most famous nations in the EU, Great Britain. Right? Like, even in their propaganda, they're like, no, Great Britain is with us. Okay, fine. Now, as I mentioned before, I understand that this is not using AI. I understand we use all tools available. Like, that's fine. You know, Donald Trump himself has made a lot of AI videos and has posted them on his social. So, like, you can use AI to make propaganda. But my brother in Christ, the fucking symbolism. Like, if you're going to do this, you're saying that the European Union is a shark. Like, this is what the picture is describing. You're describing that there are 3 evil sharks that are trying to hunt down these little fishes. But then the European Union is another shark that's just hoarding all of these fishes for itself. So, like, no one is saving the fishes. Like, I guess, like, the fishes have to decide between, like, 3 big sharks versus 1 big shark, like, just hoarding all of them. Like, he's still going to gorge on the fishes because it's still a shark, right? Again, this is why I'm saying, like, Chinese propaganda is like fine wine compared to this shit. At least they would have a guy to review it. And it's not just this, it's like almost everything they do is just absolutely fucking cringe. And then you look at it, right? And it's just like people that are cheering for it, and it's like, let's go, yes, United Europe, me too, good choice, blah, blah, blah. And the thing is, like, if you actually comment, if you actually go in and you would say something like, you know what? I actually prefer the three big sharks. Like, I actually prefer being vassalized than being subjected. Because if you have three sharks, you can at least try and play them off against each other, which is the history of the Romanian people, a nation trapped between empires. Like, we were trapped between the Ottoman Empire, the Russian Empire, the Austro-Hungarian Empire. Poland was also at some point in history threatening our national interests. And so it was actually not as bad as if it was like one large empire that could conquer you, because, well, you could play off these empires one against each other. And so that's actually a more preferable thing than to just have one big large empire that constantly shits and burps environmentalist policies, that has a mentality that from the outside is viewed as fuck the people who make our food, and more importantly, constantly decides why they need to take away more of your rights. I mean, here's an example, right? People are posting this and they're saying, New Germany, Merkel, CDU, filed thousands of criminal complaints against citizens for alleged online insults against him. Some led to police searching their homes. So, like, if the European Union is generally like this shark that is protecting us, why aren't they upset about what's happening in Germany? Why aren't they making public speeches? Where is the propaganda against CDU? And basically to say, hold on a little bit, that's some shit that should happen in Russia. Like, we don't do this in the European Union. That's some Chinese level shit. Like, what? So, like, people insulted a politician and they ended up with their homes being searched? That's unacceptable. Oh, well, they broke the law. Well, the problem is the German law, right? I mean, the European Union is very opinionated when it comes to laws. Apparently, if you have gay marriage now, and it happens in one nation, it should be recognized in all member states, regardless if they officially recognize gay marriage or not, right? A big step towards human rights, fine, you know? But what about the people that just want to insult their politicians? What if I want to say that my politician is autistic? Can I do that? Why not? Are they now part of the aristocracy? Like, you know, like, that's another thing. Like, if they're part of the aristocracy, like, let's stop the LARP. No more federalization of the European Union, but instead European Union imperialism, right? Like, crown Miss Ursula as the current emperor, and then everyone that's at the EU, right, in the council and everyone like that becomes a noble, and then they get to select their friends and their families, and we can bring back the aristocracy. Like, that's fine. At least it would be more honest. Especially since I understand that there is no more alternatives, right? Like, alternative for Deutschland is bad. They're with the Russians. In Romania, they canceled the election. Like, you can't have, like, anti-EU sentiment. It's unthinkable. Okay, so, like, why do we even have elections then? Let's just have aristocracy. Just crown Ursula von der Leyen, like, she becomes the empress, the protector of the realm from the evil Russians, and the Americans, and the Chinese. Like, she's the only one that can do it. Have the Ursula von der Leyen dynasty. She even has a name for a dynasty, right? Von der Leyen. I mean, it sounds really great. And then marry her off. Well, she's already married, right? No, her children should be married off with Emmanuel Macron's kids. Oh, never mind. He doesn't have children. You know what? Don't marry off with anyone. Keep it in the family. Let's resume that Habsburg tradition, where you don't marry them off because then you lose power and influence. No, like, they should marry with each other. Just keep it in the family so we can bring back the Habsburgian jawline. Ah, my goodness. Still, I do think that based on the taxes that I'm paying, I should be getting some better propaganda. And so, like, if anyone from the European Union is butthurt over my video, hire me. Look, try this. Hire me. I'll make you propaganda. Like, trust me. Like, you put me in charge. After a couple of years or so, like, people will actually want the federalization of the European Union, and they will think it's their idea. But in reality, you will know it's because I work for you and did proper propaganda, like the way it's supposed to be done, not this jack shit. Let me know what you guys think, though, and as usual, I will see you in the comment section. Take care.